From the trenches, Tom Dean, attorney for cannabis. Pulled over? Print your Glovebox Lawyer today.
Hi everyone, this is Tom Dean coming to you from attorneysforcannabis.com, broadcasting to you cannabis consumers in general and medical marijuana card holders in particular. But today I'd like to address all of my friends out there who are cannabis consumers and give you a little bit of an overview of what's become affectionately known as the Glovebox Lawyer. This is something that I've created way back when I was legal director at Normal back in, I believe it was 1998 that I put this together in its original form. It's still available through Normal. It's called the Normal Freedom Card from National Normal and other state chapters. But I have expanded on that, improved it, brought it up to date over the years since then, and I have it available for anyone who would like to print it out, and it comes in a one-page summary. Now, when I was legal director at Normal, there were other, I guess what would be called like Know Your Rights cards or pamphlets. The ACLU produced a good one, other organizations did. But what I noticed was, as a criminal defense lawyer, even then it had been several years, now 22 years of defending cannabis consumers, what I noticed is that a lot of times when people were confronted with law enforcement, they would either their mind would go blank, or these law enforcement officers are trained in interrogation techniques, applying psychological pressure, and so forth. People would not effectively assert their constitutional rights, or they would simply not remember how to do it, even though they might have read one of these pamphlets or articles online. So what I realized is what we needed to do is reduce that to writing ahead of time for a person to sign and be able to simply hand that to the officer in writing, so that way the person didn't have to remember what to say. This has been highly effective over the course of the last almost 18 years now. I've had many people all over the United States tell me that just upon producing this document or a version of this document, it has had the effect of terminating any the law enforcement contact. Law enforcement oftentimes asks people to sign a waiver of constitutional rights. If they want to search your car, a lot of times they'll say, hey, would you sign this waiver of your constitutional rights? So if they can use a written form to waive constitutional rights, I realized we can use a written form to invoke those constitutional rights. So this document is meant to invoke your 4th, 5th, 6th Amendment rights effectively if you're confronted by law enforcement, and if there is anything that you would prefer the law enforcement not talk to you about, or if you don't want them searching through your personal belongings for any reason, this is a document that you can hand to them. And it's entitled Formal Invocation of My Constitutional Rights, and it is addressed to all law enforcement personnel. At the bottom, there's a spot for you to sign this. And I recommend that you do, and you put this in your glove box, and you keep it there near your registration, insurance, and so forth, and produce it in the event that it appears that a traffic stop is going sideways. In other words, if all of a sudden the officer is asking you about what's inside your car, or asking you questions that you're not comfortable answering, then that would be the time that you would provide this form.